To adjust the properties of any element in Canva, click on the layer you want to change, and you'll notice a bunch of white dots around this purple border when I select a layer. So these flat ones on the sides are cropping. So if I click on it and I drag in, it's going to crop out and remove the sides, top or bottom as well, like so. And then I can reposition this layer simply by clicking on it and dragging it. So I can just drag this dog into the middle, for example. And then these white dots on the corners are how we are going to resize the image. So if I click, it keeps it proportional, keeps the height and width proportional so this image doesn't get distorted, but it makes it smaller when I drag in, and it makes it bigger when I drag up. And you can see in that little black box that appears, there's the width, which is currently 867 pixels, and the height, which is 757 pixels, and you can resize it just like that. Now, the other thing you can do is come up to these lines here that says border style, and you could add a border to this thing. So you can select it, and you can see there's a black border forming around, and we'll be able to change the color of that in a second. But for now, that's how you add it. And that's all the way up to 100 will be the thickest border we can add. And you can change the style of it if you want it to be solid, dotted like that, even more dotted, or even extremely more dotted like that. Or you can turn it off again by clicking on that cancel sign. But I'm going to leave it on this one for now. And then you can add corner rounding. So right now they're sharp 90-degree corners. They're complete squares. But if I slide this to the right, that's going to round the corners like so. And now it's got that nice soft edge. Now back to changing the color. That was how we added it. It was border style. Color is going to be right to the left of it. And you can select any color you want. And then it adds that nice border. Back on the image, we can flip this. We can click on this flip button. You can flip it vertically, so it's upside down. You can flip it horizontally, so it's facing the other direction, like so. You can change the opacity so that this dog isn't quite as visible. And you can add an animation to it. So you can add something like that or like that. I've talked about animations in other videos. Or you can go to Edit Image. You can remove the background with this button. And I'm going to bring the opacity back up so we can see it a little better. So now the background's gone. You can add shadows. So it looks like he's standing in front of a light and there's a shadow cast behind him, and all sorts of other different filters and effects that you can add right here under the Edit Image settings.